Dear students, dear relatives and other close ones and friends of the students, dear colleagues. My name is Sam Borst. I'm a professor in the Department of Mathematics and Computer Science, and I'm standing in here today for the Dean, Professor van der Heuvel, who unfortunately had a different engagement. It's a pleasure for me to welcome you to this graduation ceremony, and I'm very happy that we can celebrate this event here together on our beautiful campus. As a department, we are proud that these students sitting here in the front row will receive the degree of Master of Science today. And this has been the result of very hard work under sometimes difficult conditions. We offered these students a rich variety of high-level courses given by excellent teachers, some of them sitting here, and a challenging graduation project. And these ingredients have prepared all these graduates well for their future careers. Candidates, I sincerely hope that you've enjoyed our challenging educational program. Then, the examination committee for DSIE has assessed the work of the following candidates, and apologies in advance if I butcher any of your names. Jacob Sellier, Ewout Samuels, Tommy Kersis, Panagiotis Banos, Ivo Elling. The examinations committee for CSE has assessed the work of the following candidates. Rosen Valkov, Gabriela Slavova. The examinations committee for ES has assessed the work of the following candidates. David Karagori and Ivo Elling once again. And then the examinations committee for IAM has assessed the work of the following candidates. Tim van Ham, Christine Ingwersen, Sjoerd van Heesbeen, Jordi Milder, Merel Buist and Luc Gubbels. And the examinations committee for DSAI has assessed the work of the following candidates. Robin van Hoorn. Dear candidates, Masters of Science, you've all passed your examinations and therefore you will be conferred your degrees for the Master Computer Science and Engineering, Data Science and Engineering, Embedded Systems, Data Science and Artificial Intelligence, and Industrial and Applied Mathematics. This degree entitles you to use the titles Master of Science and Ingenieur. Our educational program highly values personal contact and interactions between lecturers and students. And therefore, I now invite the students to come forward one by one to be personally congratulated by your graduation supervisor. And then we will start with Jacob Sellier.
I should also say a few words, I understand.
Yes, please.
I understand you are in a hurry to leave. You got interested in one of my graduation topics, which was about edge computing and saving life of animals. And when you contacted me and you sent me your CV, I was impressed, but by what you had already done. So it was an immediate yes for me to say, yes, I will supervise you. I think you were more interested in the social or societal impact of the topic than the, at first, than the scientific approach of it. So it took us 2 months, back and forth, to convince you that this is really a good topic scientifically as well. And finally, you were convinced, and we started doing a very interesting work, or you actually started to do a very interesting work. So I was very hopeful till a day that I received an email from you. Oh, I found my dream job, and what to do now? And I was like, okay, congratulations. What do you mean, what to do now? So again, back and forth, and finally, hopefully, we managed to continue the work, or you managed to continue the work, and you put a very nice piece of work, in place. I should, congratulate you for whatever you have achieved. And in the meantime, I should also thank your mother. I don't know where she's sitting. Yes, I should actually thank you to convince him to continue with his study and not to give up his study because of his dream work. So both he and I are very thankful to you. So Jacob, congratulations again, and all the best.
Photo.
Then next is Ewout Samuels.
Well, here we are. Congratulations, Ewout, in obtaining your master degree. The project concerned machine learning ideas to improve the automated systems that are used to support farming in identifying the best moment to harvest plantation. It's a very interesting problem, working together with Ewout's company. In order to this process to work well, the machine learning methods, they need annotated images. So you collect many images, but you need it annotated with the details that are inside. And images are not so expensive to acquire, but the annotations are very expensive. And in this case, the position of fruits and the aging of them. So this was can only be done one by one. The work was to improve on this. So the project studied on certain estimations to decide which images could be better for the machine learning to learn from, so we annotate those first, and we spend less time and money with that. The project was not without difficulties. By working with real data of strawberry production, you discovered that the task was not an easy one. You tried other type of data sets, and it was a bit of struggle in some points. Achieving good results was always a halting thing during the process. But the good results were to come. I think that it's very hard to improve on something also that's already doing very well. And I think it was one of the cases. So the company already had a very good system for that. But we got there. Sometimes in the meetings we started a bit with heavy feelings about the challenges. But often I think the meetings ended in a higher note. So I think it was very positive. You acted always very professionally. Smartly, independently, and without ignoring guidance. And you push it through these initial unsatisfactory results and achieved final results that are very valuable, advancing our understanding of the possible use of machine learning in this context, and also giving practical insights on how to increasing the productivity. So I think that to summarize in one sentence, I think we were happier with the results than you were. And I think this is a good sign. So congratulations again and success in your career.
Next is Rosen Valkov.
Hi, Rosen. So congratulations in obtaining your master degree. Very well done. The project that you worked on took on ideas for improving investment, financial market, using machine learning techniques that could be automated, so they trade automatically. The goal is obviously an impossible one, or almost impossible one, because, I mean, if we can really make money, then the market will adapt, right? So even if temporarily, it's not an easy thing to do. But we took the challenge to learn from it. And, well, maybe, who knows, right? You attempted a few different methods and machine learning approaches, in particular how to use uncertainty estimations to help on choosing the best exact moments to buy and sell stocks. Use different tools, from very consolidated tools in the spectrum, like decision trees and random forests, to very advanced recent approaches like probabilistic circuits. We started quite late to work together, so you were previously working with a different supervisor who unfortunately could not continue the supervision, I should say, for no fault of the project or yourself. But in the short term that we are together, Our meetings were always very productive and was always a professional attitude. The efforts to complete were always there. And we gained further insights into trading. The project also helped to unveil some properties of the machine learning methods that we used and how they can be used. And this better understanding, I think, is a very positive outcome. On the other hand, I think you already realized I still question if we can really make money on this or ever. But you know, this is for the future, maybe for you to discover later on. I guess the future will tell. So congratulations again.
Then next is Tommy Kersis.
So unfortunately, the supervisor of Tommy, Joachim van Schoven, is not able to be here with us, and I'm going to read his letter to you. Dear Tommy, congratulations on getting your degree, and I hope that you are enjoying this special day. I also very much enjoyed working with you on your thesis. You were always very thorough and precise, not afraid to think outside the box, and always eager to learn new things to realize your goals. This is also clear in your thesis, which is on the topic of automating development of deep learning models for visual anomaly detection. He has written that this part is for you. Tommy did his thesis at ASM Pacific, which produces electronic chips for various applications. Sometimes very small defects occur in the production process, which are very hard to detect since they can be appear in very unexpected ways. People have been building deep learning models to detect these defects in images, but this is a very slow process. First, designing the models is very slow, since it requires a lot of trial and error, and existing models are quite slow to detect the defects, too slow to be used in the fast-moving production lines. Tommy solved both problems simultaneously by building an automated machine learning system that automatically designs these neural networks, optimize them to very well and very fast, and this led to a new model which is 18 times faster than the current best solutions, and is also able to detect new kinds of defects based on a single example. This is truly excellent work, and as a result, Tom's work was also accepted at an automated machine learning conference where you present a paper in September. What I remember most of all is that you are a very self-driven and very good at thinking outside the box. We originally considered this to be a few-shot classification problem, but you quickly realized that it can also be viewed as a visual anomaly detection problem, yielding a better and more novel solution. You are always full of ideas and very quick to learn new things by yourself. You have now embarked on your next challenge, a PhD position in the autonomous driving group. I'm fully expecting to hear many more great things from you soon. So congratulations.
Then next is Panagiotis Banos.
So this is another unfortunate case. Unfortunately, Professor Mikola Peszyński couldn't be here with us, so I'm reading his speech. Dear Panagiotis, congratulations with the successful completion of your master's studies. You did your project in collaboration with the AI team at KPN. The topic of your study was related to the automation of knowledge graph generation. Knowledge graphs can be seen as modern knowledge bases that contain collections of interlinked descriptions of entities that put data into context and enable data integration, analysis, and non-trivial information extraction and question answering. Your goal was not to recreate a whole ChatGPT-like function for KPN, but to develop a solution that can populate KPN's knowledge base to facilitate customer contact analytics. The uniqueness of your work was in aiming to solve the so-called problem of triplet extraction for identifying customer problems mentioned in dialogues between customers and agents at KPN. To successfully accomplish this, you kept yourself busy for several months with creating the knowledge graph, backbone scheme, and developing a weak supervision machine learning framework for programmatically generating training data and training deep learning models for entity recognition and relation classification. You concluded a lot of experiments analyzing the performance of different techniques and produced a solid solution potentially useful for the company. Panagiotis, everyone who worked with you throughout the project, including Gianluigi Bardeloni and the team at KPN, as well as Zeno van Kalter, PhD candidate from the group, found you to be a great team player. You acted as and you are a professional data scientist. Congratulations again on your completion of your master's studies. I wish you all the best in your future career.
Then next is Robin van Hoorn.
I know you're already surprised that I'm here again. So this is another case. Unfortunately, Professor Mikola Peszeniski couldn't be here, and I'm going to read the laudation. Dear Robin, congratulations with the successful completion of your master's studies. Special congratulations for graduating cum laude distinction. Philip's research offered you to study a very challenging and practically important data science problem: how to generate synthetic data sets that would resemble the properties of the real data sets, thus overcoming the challenge of assessing healthcare patient data that is so important in healthcare research and innovation. Accidentally, you could not easily get an access to a real-world patient data set, no pun intended. I'm not sure I should have read that part. I think so. To be able to demonstrate the utility of your approach. You used the generative AI approach that have shown to great success and became well known to the general public thanks to the services like ChatGPT. While the idea of using similar AI techniques for generating research data sets is appealing, one big caveat is that such models and their generated outputs can reveal sensitive information about individual samples. That is, the original patient data on which the generative model were trained can be unveiled. This caveat defeats the purpose of generating synthetic data sets to prevent the necessity of sharing private patient data. In your thesis, you developed a novel generative AI approach designed specifically to generate privacy-preserving longitudinal synthetic data. You demonstrated that your approach was beating the state-of-the-art techniques, being able of reproducing the known relationships from the original data without revealing what you didn't want to reveal. You questioned the existing evaluation frameworks and introduced an epsilon identifiability metric to get more insights how privacy-preserving the generated data are. Excellent achievements indeed. The research team sponsoring your project does not exist anymore, as Philip Research as a whole. Perhaps this is an additional motivation to get the results of your work published, such that other scientists can build further upon it. Robin, it was a pleasure to supervise your graduation project. I wish you all the best in your future career. You demonstrated excellent R&D skills, and I would like to encourage you to consider pursuing future this career in academia or industry R&D labs. Congratulations again on completion of your cum laude degree.
And let's also give a big round of applause to Dr. De Campos, Casio, for delivering 5 speeches. And then next is Ivo Elling.
So, Ivo, you get not one, but two. So if you are surprised, he's a double degree, or he was a double degree student. So we are standing here finally, thanks to your perfect timing and planning, I should say, right? So today is not only your graduation day, but also a very special day in your life and your family life. So congratulations is in place. I should say that I am very grateful to the other department that you first went to, and they didn't have supervisor to supervise you, and then you came to me. And so then I said, yes, of course. The topic is very interesting. The topic was on fatigue detection of drivers using AI, but not any kind of fatigue detection. It has to be extremely efficient because you came from the solar team, and their efficiency was extremely important because you don't want to use a lot of power and a lot of computation and so on, right? So it was double challenging. You managed it extremely well. That's also evidenced by your grade, that you supervised all of us. It was not... it was quite challenging period, I should say. So it went very well till the moment that the reality hit a little bit. But you managed it very well, and you're standing here again on a very special day. So I would like to congratulate you and also congratulate your family. And I couldn't convince you to do a PhD with us, unfortunately. Yes, I thought I am very convincing, but not in this case. So I wish you all the best in your career. Congratulations.
Then next is Gabriela Slavova.
Gabriela, it's a pleasure to stand here and to congratulate you. It was a very bumpy route. It has started smoothly. I think you all will be surprised. So that happened to all my students this time. They are extremely great. They are all fantastic, but they all, had very difficult period due to unfortunate circumstances that they had no control over. So we started actually working together during the seminar, and then you continued with a very challenging topic on federated learning and optimization of its performance. And everything went fine. We were very close to write the thesis, and then again, reality hits. So you disappeared completely, right? When I was sending email, what are you doing? How are you doing? No reply. And then I realized that, okay, there's something going on. Something is very, very wrong because this is not Gabriela. Okay, you reappeared again after quite some time. I should say that I'm extremely happy to stand here. I am very proud of what you have achieved, not only in your study, but also how you overcome all those difficulties. So I hope that your family is also proud, as I am. And I would like to congratulate you again.
Then next is David Karagori.
So it's me again. So when I saw my name on the list for 4 times, first it was 5, by the way. Then I realized that, oh my God, what should I say 5 times? But then I also realized that each of you are very unique in his or her own way. So I should not be out of words to congratulate each of you. I am thankful actually to another group who sent you to me via your company supervisor, Bram. And it was a very nice opportunity to meet you, to work with you on a topic that, luckily, at the moment that you came, we also had a new colleague with us, Dr. Mustafai, who is also sitting somewhere in the audience. So it was a perfect timing, I would say, in that respect. You worked on software design solutions for a storage of multi-threads and very large streaming data set, a very difficult problem considering the AI and huge need for sending and collecting data. You're very good in programming and coding, and you proved that to be essential in such assignments. You did very nice work. We are all very proud of what you have produced, and I wish you all the best in whatever comes your way.
And I guess also an applause for Professor Maranja for delivering 4 speeches without paper. Then next is Christine Ingwersen.
Zo, beste Christine, ik mag je met heel veel plezier jouw diploma Industrial and Applied Mathematics geven. En voor alle 3 die woordjes heb ik een klein beetje te zeggen. De Industrial is zonder twijfel, jouw project was in samenwerking met een softwarebedrijf en hun klant dat veevoeders vervoert om hun routingplanning beter te maken. Wat er grotendeels uit bestaat de juiste volgorde te vinden van klanten om te bezoeken. Dat klinkt als een heel simpel probleem. Het is eigenlijk best ingewikkeld, zeker om goede oplossingen te vinden en zeker in dit geval met heel veel randvoorwaarden. Nu, dat gaat mij bij wiskunde brengen. Het is een simpel probleem dat heel veel onderzocht is en uit de literatuur kan je heel erg veel inspiratie halen. Ik heb even gekeken, meer dan 100.000 papers over dit standaardprobleem. En er zijn 2 grote manieren om het op te lossen. Eentje zijn exacte methodes, om altijd de exact optimale oplossing te vinden, maar het kost meestal veel rekenwerk. De tweede optie die ik Christine voorstelde was heuristieken gebruiken. Die werken snel, maar je hebt geen garanties over de kwaliteit van de oplossing. Nu, als wiskundige is die optie meteen van de tafel geveegd. Christine besloot, een exacte oplossing is het enige waar ik geïnteresseerd in ben. Ik wil dingen kunnen bewijzen. En dan komen we bij de applied kant, waar dan de uitdaging kwam. Zo'n exacte methodes implementeren is een heel moeilijk ding. Er bestaan tools voor die je kan gebruiken, maar die blinken niet uit in gebruiksvriendelijkheid. En daar ben je tegenaan gelopen. Het customizen, al de verschillende technieken samenbrengen, is lastig geweest. Gelukkig genoeg hebben we daar wat hulp gehad, voor zowel jou als voor mij. Veel geluk van een PhD-student in onze groep die dat soort tools mee ontwikkelt. Je hebt er vaak langsgekomen. Het ging zelfs zo ver dat ik op een bepaalde dag mijn hoofd binnenstak in zijn kantoor en Christine een bureau had geclaimd om daar een dagje te werken en als er softwareproblemen waren, dat ze een korte hulplijn had. Nu, dat is zwaar geweest, maar uiteindelijk heb je alles aan de praat gekregen, je oplossingen gevonden en heel mooi werk geleverd. Christine, ik wil je daar nogmaals voor feliciteren.
Next is Sjoerd van Hichtelen.
Okay, dear Sjoerd, congratulations on your M&CS degree today. Also on behalf of George Fletcher, who co-supervised your research. So you approached me with a project that you already arranged yourself at Capgemini, and there was the luxury that there was no real, you had a lot of freedom in identifying the topic. It was a luxury, but it also had a drawback, because you remember how we struggled at the beginning with problem formulation, and I have to say that this is very typical for any applied research, but can be stressful for a short master project. Well, we decided to work on knowledge graphs, and that already we mentioned before. And the reason is like, okay, usually databases are stored in tables, like you have, for example, people and their addresses and which banks they use. But nowadays, company try to store it more as a network of people, banks, and cities, for example. Now, we wanted to create mathematical model that can look like real-life knowledge graph. And as example, you chose very entertaining example of movies and actors, and you wanted specifically to model that phenomenon that some actors are casted to often in the same movies. Like think about Harry Potter actors, our favorite example, right? And you came up with a model. And you did a lot of great work because not only you came up with a model, you also did a lot of numerical experiments, but you made me especially happy, of course, when you proved that all the connection probabilities in your model are well defined and unique. You delivered a very nice thesis. You demonstrated a lot of creativity, connecting different areas and laying foundation for nice future research. Besides that, I think you showed a lot of strong professional qualities like being independent, being in charge of your own project, and being very open for feedback. And I think next to your professional qualities that you learned here, that will be also something that will help you a lot in the future. I congratulate again you and your family today.
Next is Jordi Mulder, and unfortunately Jordi's supervisor, Professor Mula Hernandez, is at a conference today. He delivered a video speech, so I will click through and it might start playing right away, we'll see. If not, then I'll first hand the diploma to Jordi. We're safe for now. Many congratulations. And let's see if we can play the video from Olga.
Dear Jordi, congratulations on your degree. I think it is very well deserved after all these years of work. And I'm very sorry that I cannot join you today, but duty calls elsewhere for me today. I just wanted to take the chance of telling you that it's been a pleasure working with you during your master project. The topic, optimization in the special orthogonal group, I think it was not easy. It has many connections to modern problems in robotics, and you did a great job in understanding the main theoretical foundations and also implementing the algorithms. Like it often happens in life, there were some ups and downs in the project, as you remember certainly. You are mainly a collaborative person, and the thesis was meant to be an individual project. So you kind of struggled in that respect, and I'm very proud of how much you have progressed on that front during the thesis. It was also great to see how much you have matured scientifically as well. And I think the final outcome was very nice. You are now working in a company on activities that, if I understand correctly, they are not really requiring such a high mathematical level of sophistication. So you cannot take these skills exactly, literally, with you and apply them in your job. But I'm hoping that the rigor and the test for doing the best job you can will stay with you during your whole career. I wish you the best in your professional career, and also all the best in all the many other aspects of life. Enjoy, and all the best and success. Bye-bye.
So big applause for Jordi. Here? Okay. Oh, okay. Next is Merel Buist.
For those who do not know me, they always say that I use way too much time, so I put a timer. So dear gathered students, family, friends, faculty, ladies and gentlemen, it's my great pleasure to speak about Merel Buist, a remarkable master student that we had who demonstrated extraordinary independence, adaptability, and expertise during her master journey at the Eindhoven University of Technology. Merel's academic journey during her master's took her to the University of Queensland when she went as an exchange student. Under the expert guidance of Dr. Slava Weissman, who also determined the project, and myself, Merel delved into the world of degradation modeling using gamma processes. Her work, which is currently under preparation for publication, sheds new light on statistical inference in the presence of measurement errors, a challenge that is important in any technology that has degrading components. For example, think of your computer or think of a nuclear reactor. I dare say think of your bodies. Now, in her research, Merel showed that the widely employed crude Monte Carlo method, despite its popularity, falls short when it comes to efficient likelihood estimation in the face of noisy degradation data. I see that I'm in 1/3 of the page and my time is running. So let me skip a couple of paragraphs. Merel showed, both numerically but also analytically, that the sequential Monte Carlo approach outperforms the crude Monte Carlo approach and leads to variance minimization. Not only did she outperform any method out there in the state of the art, but also paved the way for efficient and effective scalable inference procedures. Merel did all this, and I'm skipping the text because, as I said, too many words, while doing a double degree program with the University of Tilburg. And I still admire the fact that while you could be enjoying vacation right now, rather than polishing a paper for the nth time with me, you still choose to spend your time working further on already conferred degree. Merel is an amazingly hardworking, independent, resilient, and adaptive person, and you have to have these characteristics to manage 2 degrees while doing your thesis abroad. She's an outstanding student, she's brilliant, and I eagerly anticipate the publication of your research and the continued impact that you're going to have in the field. I wish to offer you again my warmest congratulations for completing this milestone in your career, and I wish you the very best for your future endeavors.
Then next is Luc Gubbels.
Okay. So
This is somebody else's. I mean, so.
it happens again. I'll explain why this happens again. Okay. Luc, congratulations on your degree. You will undoubtedly receive it. But yeah, a lot of things happened during the time we spent together. When I first saw Luc, he was a student and he came to my office and he was talking about a potential internship at Statistics Netherlands. I'm partly Eindhoven University and partly Statistics Netherlands, that's Centraal Bureau voor de Statistiek. And we discussed the topic and he really became interested in it. And it's about, because the title is, I can't even remember the title of his thesis because it's quite challenging. But it's about applying machine learning methods in the context of official statistics. And if you produce official numbers, then your method should be transparent and clear. Luc took up on the challenge of studying machine learning methods in this context. And if I have to come up with 2 words that describe the things that he run into, I guess you already know, that's Pandora's box. If you open machine learning models and you look inside those models and you want to understand what mathematically is going on, that's Pandora's box. There are a lot of assumptions there. If you talk about a challenge, this is a challenge topic. And Luc took upon that challenge tremendously. He even survived our 4 or 5 hour brainstorm session. I don't remember the time even anymore, with my colleague Marco Putz, who unfortunately couldn't be here. But he solved a number of issues. He developed a new indicator, that's a publication. That will come there. He developed a method that you can use to gradually get a grip on what those machine learning methods are actually doing. And he opened up a lot of additional questions that we have, and if you tumble them together, that's actually an entire PhD project. You'd become a doctor if you solved all these issues. Luc is a real good guy. He's a great mathematician. He's a good data scientist as well, but he's more a mathematician than a data scientist. Those are the best. Sorry for all the data scientists in here. So I'm really proud and honored to have worked with you. I'm sure the future will bring us together somehow. And congratulations again for you and your family. Thank you very much.
Is that okay, Tim? Yes. This one. Yeah, it's too late now, I guess. We were debating if we want to redo the picture with maybe this flipped upside down, so that it doesn't look so obvious that it's somebody else's diploma. Okay. Okay, good. So then next is Tim van Ham. Ja, there we go. Zo, beste Tim, het doet me veel plezier om je het diploma te mogen overhandigen en je te feliciteren met het behalen van je mastertitel. En ik wil ook graag je ouders, vriendin en verdere familieleden en kennissen in de gelukwensen betrekken. Het doet me ook bijzonder deugd om te kunnen melden dat je diploma hebt behaald met het predicaat cum laude. Dat is fantastisch. Het was weer ruim een maand geleden dat je je afstudeerpresentatie gaf. En dat was een prachtige bekroning van een heel interessant en uitdagend project bij bol.com over optimal order sourcing strategies. Het project kende een vrij lange aanloop vooraf. En het duurde aan het begin ook even voordat het echt op gang kwam. Maar toen eenmaal de juiste richting was gevonden, liep het allemaal redelijk gesmeerd. Het project richtte zich specifiek op het ontwikkelen van sturingsmethoden voor het optimaal verdelen van bestellingen over verschillende paklijnen binnen of tussen verschillende distributiecentra. En dat is niet alleen belangrijk vanuit kostenoverwegingen, maar ook wegens de doelstelling om zoveel mogelijk bestellingen van klanten zo snel mogelijk te kunnen bezorgen en bij voorkeur binnen 24 uur. En waar het met name om ging was om bestellingen mee te nemen in de optimalisering. Die bestonden uit meerdere items met de vraag of die dan al dan niet gecombineerd moesten worden in één enkele verzending. En je hebt daar een zeer innovatieve methode voor weten te ontwikkelen, die zich tegelijkertijd ook heel goed bleek te lenen voor allerlei andere doeleinden. En je hebt daar heel veel complimenten en waarderingen voor geoogst bij bol.com. Ik denk met veel plezier terug aan onze wekelijkse besprekingen en was onder de indruk dat je altijd zeer efficiënt en planmatig opereerde en het hoofd altijd koel hield, ondanks de relatief lange aanloopfase, waardoor misschien enige tijdsdruk ontstond in de afronding van je project. Maar je wist je verslag keurig op tijd af te leveren, om daags na de deadline ook nog even deel te nemen aan de Nacht van Eindhoven van het CQM, waar je met je teamgenoten en passant nog de top van de rangschikking wist te halen. Tim, het is nog niet helemaal duidelijk, denk ik, wat je nu verder gaat doen. Maar wat wel zeer duidelijk is, is dat je hebt bewezen heel snel tot de kern van complexe problemen te kunnen doordringen. En heel geavanceerde technieken in te zetten om die op te lossen. En tegelijkertijd heb je laten zien dat je heel goed allerlei praktische randvoorwaarden in kaart kunt brengen door met gebruikers of andere stakeholders in gesprek te gaan. En je resultaten ook op een heel toegankelijke wijze te delen met eindgebruikers. Die doorgaans geen specifieke wiskundige expertise hebben. En dat is iets wat wij heel graag in onze afstudeerders zien, maar wat niet altijd even goed lukt. En ik denk dat je daar in jouw geval in je loopbaan nog heel veel profijt van zult hebben. Tim, iedereen is denk ik klaar voor de borrel. En er is geen voorzitter om mij af te kappen, dus ik zal het verder kort houden. Nogmaals van harte gefeliciteerd en alle geluk gewenst in je loopbaan en verdere leven. En het gaat je goed. That brings us to the conclusion of the list of graduates. And I would then like to give the word to the chair of Gewis to give a speech.
Thank you. Dear students, family, mentors, and friends, to start by introducing myself, my name is Laura Simic, and I'm the current chair of GEWIS, the Study Association for Computer Science and Mathematics Students. Usually I would tell a history fact, what happened on this day in the past of technology development, but I can say that today also marks an important event and that you are graduating. For some of you, the journey at UE might be over. For some of you, you are still going to continue your PhD. But I know that a bright future is waiting for you. I want to express my congratulations to you on behalf of the Study Association GEWIS. The dedication, motivation, and determination that brought you here to this very stage, of course, deserve a special recognition. You have overcome, I think, countless obstacles, late night studying, pushed your boundaries just to build a stronger grounds for yourself and for your future career. I can only imagine how this whole journey has been a bit of a rollercoaster ride for you. You expanded your knowledge, your skills, and I hope you had fun along the way. Cherish this day and all that it represents. Not that everyone shares the success that you built. As they say, if it were easy, everyone would have done it. And you should be proud of what you achieved, and know that we as GEWIS are also proud of you. Now I would like to also pay some special thanks to GEWIS members that in the past few years have been very active. First to Christina. When I searched Christina on our website or on our database, I found out that she has been part of GETARD for 7 years. That's a record amount of years for a committee. GETARD has been providing the whole association with delicious pies. And Christina was also part of GEMOLD for a few years, a committee organizing adventures for GEWIS members, and I think also maybe also even beating the success of the television show. We would like to thank Christina for all your time and effort that you put in this association. And we hope that sometimes we're going to see you at GEWIS for a drink or maybe for a bite that we made for you. Then I would like to continue with Sjoerd. If I start naming what Sjoerd has been part of, the time would run out, so I'm going to keep it short. But you know that even if the business was serious, Sjoerd was there, but he was also there for the fun part. GEWIS members will always remember you for your smile behind the bar and joyful character. I heard that you tried to be professional behind the bar, but you made sure that everyone around you also had fun. Not only did you bring a lot of smiles to GEWIS members serving them a drink, but also being an amazing board member. Sjoerd spent a year of his life serving as internal affairs officer for the 37th board of GEWIS, cherishing what this association has, making a good impact on first years, and keeping every committee and fraternity happy, perhaps with a coffee cup as some bribery. And now GEWIS would like to give you this certificate as just as a token of appreciation for all your time, effort, and ambitions you put in this association. We hope that success that you had within the association also continues to your future career. And we know that we're going to miss you, so we hope to see you sometimes at some time both. Well, time is running out, so I would like to say again, congratulations to all of you. As you all are now alumni of our department, I also welcome you to join ADA, which is a recently founded alumni association. Thank you very much for listening to me, and once again, have fun at this day, and success to all of you.
Thank you. Dear Masters of Science, with reference to the words of the previous speakers and on behalf of the Department of Mathematics and Computer Science and Electrical Engineering, I would like to congratulate you again, as well as your other close ones and friends with your degrees. And I wish you every success and good fortune in your future careers. Now, your academic title also comes with responsibilities towards society, and therefore I will now read out the Code of Conduct of Eindhoven University of Technology. The scientific degree of master involves duties as well as rights. As a holder of this degree, you are committed to standards of scientific integrity, trustworthiness, intellectual honesty, openness, independence, and societal responsibility. These standards are described in more detail in the Netherlands Code of Conduct for Research Integrity and in the Eindhoven Code based on it. You also have duties towards society. You must be clear about the boundaries of your own expertise, and you must communicate honestly and independently about the results of your work, including potential risks associated with it. You're committed to the ethical codes for research and design involving human subjects or animals. So these are serious words, but also important matters, and perhaps an even more important matter are the hoodies. So I'm sure that you've all been very disappointed that this is sort of like tantalizingly close and you have not received the hoodie, but that's because the procedure has been changed a little, and you will be able to pick it up. So let me read out the instructions that were provided to me. So you can pick up your hoodie in your own favorite size at the ESA desk at the first floor of Metaforum between 12 and 2 p.m. And please make sure to bring your degree or a copy of your degree so that the colleagues from ESA know that you're indeed entitled to one of these beautiful hoodies. On that note, dear sort of relatives, friends, and other persons in the audience, our photographer will now make some pictures of the candidates, and we therefore request that everyone else will please leave the room and wait outside in the lounge to congratulate the graduates. And then, as a bonus, that means that you'll be first in line for the drinks and snacks afterwards. Yeah? So this concludes the meeting. And I think we'll also join for the photo.